If you've outgrown your content or your mindset, this is the reset you've been waiting for. The truth is, what built your current level isn't going to take you to your next level. We're going to talk about what it really means to evolve as a creator, as a business owner, from your identity to your income. Today's episode is for the creator who's built something but feels like she's hitting a wall. You're not new to this. You've shown up, you've sold offers, you've built a presence, but lately things just feel off. Like the content that used to work just doesn't land anymore. Like your audience is growing, but your energy isn't. Like maybe you're not being seen for who you are now. If you're in a season of reinvention or you want to be, this episode is your permission slip to let go of what's no longer aligned and step into the creator you're becoming. Hey friend, welcome back to Call Her Creator, powered by your all-in-one creator store, Stan. Stan is the easiest way for you to make money online. All of your courses, digital products, and bookings are hosted within your link in bio. If you're ready to start your free trial, visit my show notes and click my affiliate link to get started today. What's up, friend? Welcome back to Call Her Creator, the podcast that helps you turn your content into cash and your ideas into real income. Whether you're a seasoned creator or side hustling your way to freedom, you're in the right place. This episode is brought to you by Stan Store, my go-to platform for monetizing online with ease. Think of it as your digital storefront for everything, your courses, your downloads, your coaching offers, your affiliate links, all in one place. Stan makes it insanely easy to start making money as a creator. No tech headaches, no piecing together 5 different platforms. It's just one clean, beautiful online store that works for you 24/7. The best part, you can set up your Stan store completely free using my link, join.stan.store/callhercreator. And I'll put those in the show notes for you. All right. The creator glow up is a real thing, y'all. I've been going through it this whole summer. I've just felt weird. That is the only word I can describe it. It's just been a weird feeling. And I've been doing my, personal development, trying to figure out what the frick is going on with my mind. And I've really learned that it's actually very normal when you're leveling up. And there is something called the gap. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm at the gap. I've built something and I love what I've built, but I feel like there's either something's missing or there's more or something. So I'm trying to figure that out. So I kind of wanted to take you guys on this journey with me to see how you're doing. Maybe you're feeling the same way. Maybe you feel like you're unraveling, because it is very uncomfortable and it is a very lonely feeling. So we're going to kind of walk through what actually a glow up means for you, how you can get from point A to point B, all the things. So let's normalize something very quickly. The creator glow up is messy. It's uncomfortable. It often looks like nothing's working right before everything clicks. So maybe you're in that space right now where your old offers feel stale, or your content feels repetitive, or your audience isn't responding the way they used to. Here's the truth. What got you where you are right now won't get you to the next part, to your level up. The strategies that helped you grow to 5,000 followers or 10,000 followers are not the same ones that'll take you to 50,000 followers, to 100,000 followers. The mindset that helped you launch your first product is not the same mindset that will help you scale it. And the identity you've been clinging to, the hustle girl, the done for you queen, the low ticket expert, maybe that's holding you back from your next evolution. So if you've been wondering why your content isn't landing, or why your energy feels off, or why you're feeling disconnected from what you used to love, totally how I'm feeling right now. Nothing is broken. You're just in the gap between who you've been and who you're becoming. If you're not sure whether you're in that glow up gap, let me walk you through some signs. And if you're listening to me and you're nodding your head like, oh my gosh, yes, then this is just going to be your permission to evolve. Because the truth is, most creators don't need more content ideas or, need to do something better. They just need to lean into their truth. So let's break down a few signs that you've outgrown your current identity. Maybe you're in that glow up gap. So sign number 1, you're bored with your own content. You're posting because you feel like you have to, not because you're lit up by the message. It doesn't bring you joy. It doesn't bring you anything. You're just a machine. You're a content machine that's regurgitating content that's worked in the past. Sign number 2, you've outgrown your offers. You've created them in the past version of yourself, and now they feel outdated or draining or heavy, or they just don't align with the current you. Step number 3, you're hiding behind what's worked instead of trying what's next. So you're afraid to pivot, afraid to shift the vibe, afraid to lose what you've built, even though it's no longer aligned. This is exactly where I'm at right now. If you've gone to my Instagram in the last couple of weeks, you'll see I've shared some videos that I didn't really used to share. There's one about, hold on, I need to pull it up because it's actually really good. So I posted one. Okay, there it is. Let them wonder why you changed. That's one of them. It doesn't have as many hits as my typical videos get. And I know that's because I'm trying out new content. People aren't used to hearing this from me. I did another one shortly after that. It was a short story about my husband and my daughter and normalizing screaming your friend's name in public again. But it's content that's authentic to me. And I've never posted stuff like that. It's not worked for me in the past. I'm not taking something that's tried and tested. I'm actually just throwing out new ideas. So this part really hit me. You're hiding behind what's worked instead of trying what's next. That hit me. Sign number 4, you feel like you're wearing someone else's brand. This one hit me hard too. The fonts, the colors, the content voice, it doesn't reflect who you are anymore. Another shift I had to take is my Instagram profile. I was ready to level up. I was ready to look more elevated. I want to attract luxury brands. I want to attract that upper, higher level. So I started putting together more aesthetically pleasing reel covers. I've kind of changed the way my hooks look on my reels, just a tad. But I'm leaning into what I want to attract, not what I've been or what people know me for, but what I want to attract. So if you're nodding along right now at any of these, I want you to know this is not a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. This is your sign that you're ready for something more. So now that you've named it, we get to move. We get to realign, refine, rebuild from where you are now and where you started and where you want to go. So let's talk about what that looks like. So here's how to step into your next level identity and build from a place of clarity, confidence, and alignment. And I feel like alignment has been my word for the last summer. I'm trying so hard to get in alignment, not only with my business, with my family, with my personal life. Alignment feels like peace to me. And you'll know when you're in alignment because you'll hear a little bit of quiet. You'll hear a little bit of peace, of rest. And so I want you to know that if you're feeling any type of way and you make one little shift or you start doing one little thing that takes you to that next level, you'll know you're on the right track when you start feeling that peace in your heart, that happiness and joy. So how to step into your next level creator identity. Maybe you've outgrown something, your offer, your content, your voice, your visual brand. Let's talk about how you actually move forward. This isn't about throwing everything out and starting over. We do not want to do that. It's just about aligning forward and making micro decisions that match where you're going, not where you've been. So there's 4 steps into your next level creator identity. The first one is going to be to audit the creator identity that got you here. So let's take some inventory. Who were you when you launched this brand or this business? I want you to ask yourself these questions. What did I believe about success back then? What did success look like to me back then? What was I trying to prove? What kind of content was I posting? What were my goals? Why were those my goals? What offers or prices did I settle on because they felt safe? Then you need to ask yourself, are those still true for me today? So an action step for this is to open up your notes app or maybe pull up a Google document. And I want you to write down who I was then versus who I'm becoming. And this sounds so silly. I'm telling you, when I did this exercise, I was like, who the frick are you, Caitlin? Because this is not who you are. You don't do things like this. But when I tell you I had a mindset shift, I mean, I had a mindset shift. And the person who inspired all of this, if you follow Lindsay Marie Official on Instagram, she is the powerhouse woman mind behind the Powerhouse Women event, which I get to go to next Friday, which this episode will be out afterwards. So I can't wait to come back and tell you guys how it went. But she has this series on the becoming or something like that. And she basically walks you through a 3-part series. It might be a 5-part series, but she talks about all of this in very great detail. So if you like this episode, I highly recommend checking her out. Her podcast is I think it's called the Powerhouse Women podcast. Hold on. I want to make sure I tell you the right thing. Okay. Her podcast is called The Powerhouse Women by Lindsay Schwartz, and it's called The Upgrade. The series is called The Upgrade. So definitely go listen to that after you listen to this one. Okay. So back to the Google document, who I was then versus who I'm becoming, and map out the mindset shifts, the content style, the energy, the boundaries that need to evolve. You can't scale using the strategy of your beginner self, and you can't become her, your next level, if you're still clinging to the identity that built your starter brand. Powerful, right? Step 2, refine your vision of success. This one was a little bit harder for me because I don't always know how to articulate what I'm feeling into words. But this might help you with some of these journal prompts I have. But sometimes we keep working towards a version of success that's no longer ours. So maybe you used to want passive income from your digital products, and now you crave more high touch, transformational coaching. Or maybe you're tired of hiding behind Canva and want to finally show up as the face of your brand and stop being a faceless account. Some action steps here to refine your vision of success is to take out a journal or go back to that Google Doc and write these little scripts down. What does success actually look like for you right now? Who do you want to become? Who is she? Who is her? What kind of content do you want to be known for? Who do you want to be known for? And then what do you want your audience to feel when they land on your Instagram page or your website or your work? What are you trying to evoke from them? What emotion? I need you to be radically honest with yourself when you're doing all of this. No one is going to see this except for you. So, girl, aim for the stars, aim for the moon, whatever you want to write in here. This is what's going to help shift you to that next level. Because the glow up starts when the vision evolves first, not the aesthetic. Step 3, you're going to shift your content voice. Before you rebrand, you're just going to start shifting, okay? I kind of did this out of order. I went to my Instagram profile and I revamped all of my reel covers, and then I started shifting my voice. But if we want to be strategic about it, let's start shifting your voice first. So here's where creators, you typically get stuck. They think the only way to evolve is with a new logo or a new font or a full rebrand. But that's just little things. Like that's the fastest way to start moving into your next level is to shift your voice, the way you speak online, the way you show up. Start posting from the perspective of the woman who has already stepped into the thing you're building, okay? So instead of, here's what I used to struggle with, try this. Here's how I handle it now. Like, oh, she is that bitch. You know what I mean? Action step for this would be to record a reel from your future self voice. Start small. Say what she would say. Teach how she would teach. Sell how she would sell. And that's where that one reel that I mentioned in a previous episode, let them wonder what happened to the version of you that they liked better. If you go look at that reel on my Instagram, that's me talking in the she that I want to become, my future self voice. Let people see the shift before they even know it's happening. Say what she would say. Step number 4, release what no longer matches your vision. This is probably going to be the hardest part, but letting go of those offers or the systems or the strategies that once worked but no longer feel aligned with you. That's, again, it's the hardest part, but you've got to let them go. If you're stuck in burnout, resentment, or just like that energy, it's a clue. If you look at an offer and you're like, ugh, that's a clue to let it go. Maybe it's time to retire that low ticket offer that's no longer profitable. Maybe it's time to stop speaking to a niche that you've outgrown. Maybe it's time to pause the content style that's not exciting you anymore. An action step for this would be to audit your current offers or your content series and ask, like, would I create this again today from scratch? If the answer is no, it's time to shift. That is probably the easiest way to find what no longer aligns with you, is to look at it and say, would I create this again from scratch? Your glow up is a refinement, not a rejection. You're not betraying your past self. You're honoring her by moving forward. She got you to this, but now you have to do that to get to her. Stepping into your next level creator identity is less about doing more and more about doing things differently. It's about content that reflects where you're going, not just where you've been. So it's about showing up before you feel ready and letting your audience grow with you. You're allowed to pivot, you're allowed to evolve, and you're more than allowed to create from a higher version of you, even if no one gets it yet. Because when you create from an alignment, I promise you, momentum will follow that. So with all this being said, I've got some creator glow up homework, 3 things that I want you to actually work on this week from this episode. So first piece of homework is I want you to journal. I want you to get out a pen and paper, and I want you to ask yourself these 3 important questions. Question number 1, what parts of your content no longer feel aligned? Question 2, where are you playing small to stay consistent? Question number 3, what would you be creating if no one was watching? And that's why trial reels are so amazing right now, because with this shift that I'm feeling, I've been testing content that I'm honestly too scared to post on my regular page, sharing it as a trial. And then if it takes off, I end up sharing it to my main page. But if it doesn't, I kind of rework it and try again. I don't give up on it. I just rework it and try again. And then I want you to create 1 post this week from your next level voice. And again, this could be a trial reel. If you're too scared to start small with a trial reel. It's not going to be your current type of content or your safe niche. I want you to say the things that she would say, share the story that she would tell, your higher self, that person you're becoming. And then the last piece of homework here, I really want you to take your time with this one. I want you to identify an offer or visualize a belief that needs to evolve within yourself. So give your permission to either release that old offer or refine it. And just to give you guys an example of this, like this is a simple thing, like my Reels challenge. Originally, when I dropped that Reels challenge, it was a great challenge and I made good money off of it. It was one of my top sellers. But this past year, I'm like, I need to rebrand it with my I feel like I've got a more luxury brand style going on. At least that's what I'm trying to do right now. So I went in and rebranded the Reels challenge. I also broke it up into 3 separate PDFs to not overstimulate my audience. I didn't want them to get that offer and be so overwhelmed that they just didn't do it at all. So I kind of broke it up into 3 different parts based off of my audience and their learning styles, who they were. So you do have to dig very deep on who are you even trying to talk to. That's going to help you refine your offers. And then what else did I do? I think I even ended up changing the name of it a tad just to make sure that it was in alignment with the goal of having the offer, right? So I didn't want it to just be a Reels challenge. It's called like Instagram Growth Starter Kit and Reels Challenge because it's so much more than just a Reels challenge. There's so much more that they get out of this offer. So I had to, realign the name to fit what it is now. So take some time to do this. This could even take you honestly a month to do. Give yourself enough time, but go back, look at your offers and refine them to who you want to be. All right. If this episode hit home for you, I do want you to screenshot it, post it to your stories, tag Call Her Creator or the Caitlin Rhodes and write, I'm in my creator glow up, and tell us what you're changing, girlfriend. And if you want to step into your next level, I'd love for you to join us inside Club Influence. I'll link it in the show notes. We're your all-in-one creator membership. We supply you with trendy reels each week, monthly posting ideas, strategy, Canva templates. Maybe a part of your glow up is new branding. We've got ton of branding templates in there that will align with this future person that you are becoming. And it's truly a no-brainer to join. And if you use code CHC, I'll give you 20% off your first month. This is your season of expansion, of clarity, of content that reflects who you're becoming, not just who you've been. You're not starting over either. You're just aligning. Thanks for listening to Call Her Creator. I will see you next week.